Alright guys, so it's me, Juggernaut, and today's video is a little bit different compared to my standard videos, which would be Let's Plays. Today we're doing actually a topic which I was really wanting to talk about. It's about PC gaming and the state basically parts are in. This is a main concern for mainly people who are trying to jump onto the PC gaming just jumping into PC gaming. And like, I used to be a console player. I used to play on the Xbox One and PS4. I actually have gameplay footage, Battlefield 4 on PS4, and I think I have Overwatch footage which I can post up. I just have saved on my computer from the Xbox. I used to be a huge Xbox player and PS4 player. That's just how it was. I used to be advocating for console gaming because of the affordable price, and I was always saying, like, you can't build a PC. Well, unfortunately I was able to counter what I've said before in the past, but my statement might be wrong now, or might be right, I guess. So my previous statement saying that they can't build it for the same price, and now might be right because of the state of prices of PC components, and I will talk about that now. So as a lot of people are looking into PC gaming, a lot of console players I know, because I used to be one, looking into PC gaming, it was really simple back when I did it back in March. Prices were super cheap. Everything was really really like really affordable, and I could jump in, and I had a $500 budget, and that $500 budget basically was on par with the Xbox One X now. For $500, I got an equivalent PC at that time to the Xbox One X, at least the PS4 Pro, and it was things were really nice. Like, I could afford things like a stick of RAM back then. For 8 gigs, I got DDR4 Corsair Vengeance 2400 megahertz RAM for $35 or $40, which is really cheap compared to now, where you can get an 8 gig RAM kit for, I'd say, about, like, I'm guessing near $100 because of the RAM kit I will talk about later that I replaced mine with. So that's gone up. So RAM's gone up by quite a bit, and that won't come down until I heard late 2018 and even early 2019. Before RAM prices go down again, and it's going to be very, very difficult for a lot of people to want to jump into PC gaming, because these RAM kits have really spiked PC parts up. Like, the prices of PC gaming has gone up one from RAM. It's one of the most expensive parts now. Another thing that is kind of holding people back is GPU prices. That's the main one. A lot of people who are trying to get into PC gaming, they look at the GPUs. Those are the main that's the main thing that runs and drives your system forward. I mean, you got the CPU, but that's not an issue. I mean, we got competition from AMD and Intel, and those two are driving really, really nice CPUs. We got, like, from the AMD side, you got a 6-core 12-thread processor like I have. Very easy overclocker, and like it's loved for being a very budget-oriented CPU. It's good for video rendering and streaming and stuff like that. It's the Ryzen 5 1600, not the 1600X, but 1600. And last time I saw it, which I will post some PC part picker, so it shows you all the parts for it. That was under $200. You're getting 6 cores and 12 threads. And then on the Intel side, you got the i5 8400, which I would say you'd go for at least if you're going on a budget. You don't really need too much. If you are trying to go and go extreme with 1440p, or not 1440p, sorry, 144 hertz displays, and you're trying to push for that, I definitely recommend probably 8600K. It competes well with the 7700K from last generation. You can go for, okay, so supply and demand. You can technically go for the 8700K, but I've seen them prices for the 8700K because of the low demand or the low supply of them. They've actually did reach really quite high prices. I mean, they were already near 400, but now they've reached into the $400. So I guess I was wrong about the statement I just said, saying that the CPU is not really a big deal, but in a way they're less of a problem compared to every other part, because you have competition for the CPU market. Like, you have so many options in terms of that, and it's not a huge deal whether you go Intel or AMD. You could get a good priced CPU or a good priced GPU. CPU from Intel or AMD. That's what I was trying to say. In terms of GPUs, though, there's two companies fighting for it: AMD and Nvidia. Most people are leaning towards Nvidia just because their prices don't skyrocket as much as AMD's. The main reason for that is because AMD's GPUs are better at mining cryptocurrency for the price. For half the price, like it's ridiculous how well the AMD GPUs are great for in terms of mining. So that's why people are buying them out, and the supply for AMD GPUs are just right there. You know, they're very, very, like, they're gone basically. By the time you see one up in stock, they're gone, and that's why they're so high in price compared to Nvidia counterparts. However, miners are actually taking up and taking Nvidia GPUs as well. They may not be as good as AMD in terms of price to performance for mining. However, they are starting to take them because there's no supply for AMD GPUs much anymore. I mean, we have Bitcoin mining now, and that's a huge craze. And I mean, right now, I think you can. I'm gonna post links up for GPU prices right now. But if you are gonna go, I would definitely recommend these prices, because I don't think they're gonna be at this low of a price because of the Bitcoin mining. And I think people are gonna start buying out GPUs again because the Bitcoin mining. I don't know if you noticed, but Bitcoin has gone up in value again. It used to be, I can't remember. There is another cryptocurrency that, Ethereum, I think that's what it was, that really spiked up prices there. But I am now just rambling on. So I guess this is kind of a rant video. I don't have any script up on screen. But, yeah, so if you are looking for prices right now, I think we are currently okay with the prices we are at, where they're still a little too high to be bought at MSRP. They're not at MSRP at all. However, I think people are okay with paying a slight premium. I don't know if you are or not, but I assume so, because if you I mean, they do go up really high once cryptocurrency miners buy them out. I don't see them. They usually don't drop for a few months unless the currency, ends up taking a dump and just crashing. But with that said, by next year, I'm expecting that the GPU prices level out, but I still do think that RAM and SSD prices still will be quite expensive. When I say SSD prices are expensive, I really do mean that. For back like a year ago, you can get a 240 gig SSD for $80, and I think that was still considered expensive. But now $80 gets you 120 gig SSD. So they've gone up in value, and it's really hard when NAND supply is really low. So that's the main reason why these RAM prices and SSDs are super expensive. And, I mean, you can go in and technically find an SSD for 120 gig like I did on eBay. I mean, I found mine brand new for $35 for 120 gig SSD, but it's not something you'll find all the time. So if you are gonna go for PC gaming, or just building a PC in general, I'm just gonna let you know right now, the current state of PC is you're gonna have to fight through of the prices right now. You could wait a year. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can wait a year or two and just stick to console gaming if you're a gamer. And for most people, just buy a pre-made, because those are sometimes a really good value, especially during mining crazes. So if you're gonna be gaming, you can buy a pre-built, or you can just stay on your console. But if you're not, I'd still go for pre-built, or just wait about 2 years before building. It's really difficult to go into PC gaming with what's going on. I'm sorry for this long rant, but I did want to talk about it because I think PC gaming's a beautiful thing. Games are super cheap. You don't have to pay for online services. The graphics, if you do have a good enough system, you can drive those graphics to be a lot higher. And you can notice from my gameplay video, at least, they're a little bit, I would say, a lot better than the Xbox and PS4 graphics level. I mean, I'm running at this at pure 1080p, and I have a render scale up to make everything even more crispy in terms of visuals. And I mean, I have a nice CPU to keep everything nice, because I know Battlefield 1's a very CPU intensive game. The 6 cores get utilized pretty nicely in this title, so I really do like that. So, you know, like, if you can get into PC gaming for an affordable price and you're getting what you want, then fine. I mean, if you want options too, like, it's good. But the thing is, you could get a better value later on. That's the thing. You could wait, and you can also get pre-builts for about the same prices, or better prices, than you would just building it yourself at this current state. If you wait a little bit longer, I mean, I don't recommend it. I feel like if you're going to go all out, then do it. That's what I'm going to say. The higher end GPUs and lower end GPUs don't seem to be affected as much as the mid-range. So if you're going to go all out on your PC, and you're going to be spending $2K, that generally doesn't fluctuate in terms of CPUs, GPUs. RAM prices are probably going to screw you in the ass no matter what. But overall, everything should be really, really nice. You should be good to go for a 2K build. I mean, mine's 1K, but I was able to, you know, pick parts out and do like a little bit of researching and finding these things. But yeah, if you're gonna be doing this now, it's up to you whether you jump into PC gaming. I know I went on a long rant, guys. I thank you for listening. If you agree with what I say about PC gaming and the state it's in right now, go ahead and leave a like. I'm going to go leave some links in for how much, or I'll just leave some screenshots up of how much RAM prices are, GPU prices, so you have a good idea of what's going on. Anyways, have a great day. I'm signing out.